All right, Shalom. Start this lesson first and foremost. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elders, apostles, a great millstone, who well, and push out 100% truth and true sincerity. And Shalom to the whole full legs, God across the four winds, the one this lesson be edifying. In the true name of the Heavenly Father, the world inly calls God. His true name is Yahweh, which means He is, He exists. Bahashem, which means in the name. In the true name of the only begotten Son of the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahushai, which means He saves, He delivers, which is what He's going to do for the nation of Israel, starting off with the elect. And the title of this lesson is going to be Civil War is Coming. And as you can see, a lot of things have been popping off, a lot of things have been happening, and the racial tension has been going on and up. You know, especially after that CK incident. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, those Edomites, or the so-called white people, they wanted it to be that it was Jake who did that so bad, which Jake would represent you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, you are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks about. You know, they wanted it to be a Jake so bad that did it so they could have a reason to unleash on Jake, man. You know, the racial tension in the U.S. is going up, and it's only going to continue to go up, man. You know, I had seen a comment on Instagram after that situation. You know, they were saying that they wanted to target HBCUs and things of that nature. You know, and there was a nigger woman who commented in the comment board, and she said straight up, you know, we're not like our ancestors, man. We'll fight back. You know, so this is the times that we're in, man. We're not in the times of peace. You know, we're not in the times of peace. We're in the times of war. It's the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8. It says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. Right now, as you can see, we are in times of war. Just with all the things that's going on and how people been moving, and you know how people are. Hey, we're in the times of war right now, and you even see it. World War III. That's all they talking about. You know, these nations. You know, nuclear capability. You know, Russia, Ukraine. You know, they saying that they want the war to stop. You can see this tension that we're in. Hey, man, it's a time of war right now, man. That's the type of time we're in. It's not the time of peace. It's not the time of love. It's a time of war. And there's no love out here no more. These people are on edge. You know, one little situation can cause everybody to go crazy. One little situation can cause everybody to lose their marbles, and you can see it on their countenance, man. You can see it on these people. These people are just waiting for something to happen so they could go all crazy loose. You know, hey, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. There's no love out here no more. And I remember in 2020, during the jab times, I remember when I was working at a supermarket, some lady was like, oh yeah, you know, she was hoarding basically taking all the champagnes for herself, right? And there was a lady, she came, she was like, oh, you know, my son's birthday is coming up in a day or two, and you know, I just need like a champagne or two, so we can have the party for him. The lady said, that's not my problem. That's none of my business. And I was there, I was just like, damn. You know, but hey, the love of many is waxing cold, man. And you see it. Look at these things that's happening, man. Look how these people are moving, man. Alex Jones said he's sizing his neighbor up. You know, look what's going on. Look how these people are on edge. They're ready to lose it all in 1 second, man. But there's no love out here. The love of many is waxing cold. And I was in a class yesterday, you know, a customer service class that my job required us to take. And basically they were saying ever since 2020, everybody's been on edge. You know, everybody's been on eggshells. One wrong move and somebody's, you know, ready to go off on you. You know, hey, prophecy playing out. You know, the scriptures playing out. But just showing you the love of many is waxing cold. These people are just waiting on any moment to pounce on each other. What these people I'm speaking about is the Americans. You American citizens. One situation and everybody pounces on each other. You can see it. You can see how it's going. You can see where this is leading to, man. It's leading to civil war, man. It is leading to civil war. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, which woe means death and destruction. It says, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands. That's right. You Americans, you're going to be fighting against each other, man. You know, where do you think these filmmakers get the ideas for these purge movies and these Civil War movies? You know, these scriptures, man. They get them from the scriptures. Once again, it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands. So it's going to be a civil war. People fight against each other. Verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right. It's going to be people breaking into people's house. You know, they're not going to listen to the government. Which the kings will be your governments, you know, your presidents, you know, your governors. They're not going to listen to the kings. Once again, the movie The Purge, perfect description of the scripture right here. The movie The Purge. What did you see? People breaking into people's house, people stealing people's goods. You know, look at what's that movie? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. World War Z. Going to the stores, stealing from the stores. You know, hey, these are times that we're coming into, man. These are times we're coming into. Your neighbor John, who says good morning to you every day, he's ready to flip on you at any moment. You know, let it be no food in the stores. Let it be his kids not able to eat. And you see what happened. You know, you seen that in the movie Leave the World Behind. You know, his neighbor that he was cool with, when he went to his neighbor, that one time the neighbor pulled out the shotgun on him and was ready to blow. These are the times that we're coming into. Civil war, man. Egyptian against Egyptian. Which I have that precept, but I'm going to grab it. I just want to continue. But this is the times that we're coming into. And you see all the events that are happening right now, they're leading up to it. Whether you see it or not, it's leading up to do it. Civil war is coming. The racial tension is going to continue to be on the uprise, man. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to. That's right, martial law. You know, that's why do you think they have these they have the troops here, man? Why do you think they're here for? They're setting up the stage. Esau is setting up the stage, man. Why do you think they have the martial guard here? Why? These are things you got to think about, man. Esau's setting up the stage. He knows what's coming. He knows what's down the line. Verse 18 says, for because of their prides, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, because the times that we're coming into. It's coming into some chaotic times. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Once again, let a nigga not eat no food for a day, and see what happens. You know, these are the times that we're coming into. Civil war is coming. Bad times are coming. Evil times are coming. You know, racial tension is on the uprise, and it's going to continue to be on the uprise to the point where things are going to happen, bro. Get ready for more bodies to hit the floor, man. Get ready for it, man. Get ready for more bodies to hit the floor. Get ready for more racial tension. You know, it says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Once again, Alex Jones said he's sizing his neighbor up. These are the times that we're coming into, man. Great tribulation is coming. You know, last precept I want to grab, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. It says, and I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's right, race wars once again. Now you see the stage being built up for that as we speak, man. Egyptian against Egyptian, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Get ready for war, man. Get ready for war. You know, war is coming. We're on the times of war, not the times of peace. The love of many is waxing cold. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's ready to do it to somebody for real. You know, and hey, Tribulation is on the way. So Lord, one, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elders, apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth and true sincerity. And shalom to the whole full elect across the four winds. Lord, one, this lesson be edifying.